Speaking of the Ottawa 67s, by the way, home opener tonight down at the brand new renovated Civic Center. So make sure you get down there, or better yet, if you don't want to leave home, you can watch it right here on Rogers TV. Our next guest was on a couple of months ago as illustrator of a children's book, and today he is back as both the author and illustrator. It's called The Chili Chip Dragon, and I've tried to say that 5 times fast today, and it's not working. Jay Lutes joins us. Jay, welcome to the show. Great to have you here. And congratulations. This is let's first of all talk about your artistic background, because you're an illustrator first and foremost. How did you get involved in illustrating?
Well, a while ago, back when people bought newspapers, I used to draw editorial cartoons as a freelance artist. So I sold about 5 a year. So
well, that's a lucrative business for you there.
That's why I got out of it.
What a tough, but it's challenging, isn't it?
Struggling artist.
Yeah, I was a struggling artist, and I studied animation, and then now I work in the public service. And I met Jennifer Perlin, who wrote Conrad, I Will Find You. And she asked me to illustrate her book, and I did that. And then after that, we were talking about, what is Another Chapter Publishing going to do next? And I said, well, I had this idea. It's a story I tell my kids. And I could draw it right now. Maybe it'll be ready for Halloween. And Roxanne, who is the publisher, she said I should go for it. So I madly drew it, and in 6 months, I had it ready to go.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the story itself.
Again, it's the story I tell my kids, and it's about being a good sibling. It's about, what an older sister helps her younger sister overcome her fears and trying new things. In the story, the younger sister is afraid of the monsters and ghosts that she might see on Halloween. And her older sister reassures her, you don't have to be afraid, it's just, someone in a costume. And then, spoiler alerts, at the end, they come to a castle and there's a dragon, and the dragon answers the door. And the younger sister's scared, but the older sister says, you don't have to be afraid. It's just, a dragon. No, it's not a dragon. It's just someone in a costume, but the dragon then has to prove, no, I am a real dragon. And then throughout the story, they only want chocolate because they're my kids, and I'm a chocolate fiend. But the chili chip dragon's all out of chocolates. All he has left are chili chips, and the younger sister's willing to try new things, and the older sister's like, no chocolate. So it's about overcoming that and trying new things and not being afraid.
So a fun story, but a great moral message for kids as well, right, at the same time. Mm-hmm. We're just looking at some of the great illustrations. You're a fantastic illustrator,
Oh, thank you.
And I love the colors.
Yeah.
I love the colors on there. Really, really nice.
Yeah, I wanted it to be bright and sort of have the similar color motif throughout the whole story. And
moving into penning a book, was that a challenge? How did that experience?
Yeah, well, the story was a fairly simple one when I told my kids, and I like to tell my kids stories about themselves. I think a lot of parents do that.
Yeah.
But then when I started illustrating it, I worked with Jennifer Perlin and Roxanne McLaren, and they helped me with the story. So it was a very simple one, but Jennifer said, well, why don't they have a song about how chocolates are the only treat that they'll eat? So I wrote the song. And then Roxanne said, well, maybe they should have now a song about how chocolate's not the only treat that they'll eat. And I wouldn't have thought that on my own.
Yeah.
So it's kind of great that we sort of collaborate and help each other on our stories.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You've kind of formed this partnership between the three of you and collaborating on different projects.
Yeah.
That's great to see.
I like that. So now you have a release party coming up?
Yeah, well, it's already released, but it's more of like a costume sort of release party, I guess.
Nice.
Nice.
Where and when is that happening?
October 26th at Beaverbrook Public Library, 1:30 till 3:30. And there'll be chocolates and chips.
Any chili chips?
Mild chili chips.
Because there is really such a thing as chili chips.
Now
right?
my kids only want chili chips. They don't want chocolate anymore, so I get all the chocolate.
So has this inspired you then, Jay, to perhaps pen another book in the future?
Well, there are other projects that I'm working on. Jennifer Perlin's working on a book. My wife, Lisa's working on a book too. So I have a lot of drawing that I'm doing. So maybe later on, but I don't really have any ideas right now.
Okay.
So just quickly, Jay, tell us, from the, I guess, the birth of the idea of, putting, pen to paper, writing a story, how long does it, or did this particular book take for you from kind of start to finish, including the illustrations?
I started it around Christmas last year and just got it in under the deadline about the end of August. It was finished and put together. And then we're still working on the translation. There's going to be a French version too.
Oh, excellent.
And that's coming out, I think, at the end of this week.
Always good to have a deadline, though.
Yeah,
right?
well, it
Because
really
it puts the pressure
It's
on
a
you.
pressure
You can't,
on.
Yes.
because I find when we do things like that, oftentimes our first time around, we start, and if there's no pressure,
Yeah.
it's like
It's
it
kind
gets
of-
put to the side, and you're working full time too.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that's a challenge within itself.
Well,
raising a
coming-
family and.
And coming, like, having done political cartoons, I know a little bit about deadlines, and
Yeah.
for them, it's like, we need that in like 5 hours.
Yeah, I can imagine. Jay, thank you so much for
is
being
great.
here.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it. Congratulations
And
on the book.
And much success.
Thank you.
With it as well.
The Chili Chip Dragon. Look for it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you can. We brought up another chapterpublishing.com, the website. You can visit that website as well to find out more information. We're going to talk to Jed. Jed is back on the show. This time he's wearing his harp cap, and he's going to be talking about the big finals happening on Saturday at Irene's Pub. We'll be back with that right after this.